is only one Hyfrecator, the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000. Accept no imitations. Congratulations! By purchasing the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000, you've settled for nothing but the best. You've made the right decision. This electrosurgical device is backed by the Conmed Corporation. And Conmed, through its acquisition of the Bircher Corporation, has a legacy of electrosurgical excellence dating back more than 60 years. Bircher first developed the Hyfrecator in 1937. Over the years, it has evolved into the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000, growing more sophisticated in its capabilities and increasingly easy to use. Today, the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000 provides a broad range of applications at the lowest possible power setting. Minute power changes are achieved through finite 1/10 of a watt power increments for more control and uniformity in low-power electrosurgical procedures. In just 10 brief minutes, this videotape will cover the contents of this box, special features of the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000, a brief demonstration on setup and usage, and helpful procedure tips. For more detailed instructions, please refer to your operator's manual. Let's get started.
Now that you've opened the box, let's go through the contents. Your Conmed Hyfrecator 2000 comes packaged with a variety of items: a warranty card and operator's manual, the unit itself, the remote control power pencil, the power cord, and a wall mount kit. Other Conmed accessories available through your local medical distributor include electrolased disposable electrodes, blunt and sharp, a wide variety of single-use and multi-use electrodes, sterile and non-sterile pencil sheaths, a videotape of common dermatological procedures, a mobile stand which allows you to move the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000 around more freely,
The Conmed Hyfrecator 2000 is the #1 choice among physicians performing desiccation, coagulation, and fulguration procedures. It has several exclusive features you won't find anywhere else. Physicians benefit from the following features: the ability to quickly change power settings with the easy-to-use remote control pencil, perform procedures which require finite power settings, such as telangiectasia removal, through sensitive, reproducible low-power controls. Store 3 of your favorite power settings through the built-in memory which retains the last setting used. Ensure electrode stability with Conmed's new anti-rotational cap, a feature exclusive to the Hyfrecator 2000. And expand dermatological applications with 2 power modes, low and high. The low mode is used in most dermatological procedures. In cases where the high mode is used, a power plate is recommended for extra patient grounding and protection. The grounding plate can be purchased separately. The bipolar forceps mode is used for a variety of special procedures. You can purchase specialty forceps and an adapter cable from your local medical distributor.
Setting up and using your Conmed Hyfrecator 2000 is easy. First, decide where to mount the unit, on the wall or on a portable stand. The wall mounting kit with assembly instructions is contained in your box. You can purchase the Conmed mobile stand separately from your local medical distributor. Next, slide the power mode selector switch on the right side of the unit to designate the mode: low, high, or bipolar. There are 2 plugs on the pencil. The larger one is inserted into the bottom of the unit. The smaller one is connected to the power terminal corresponding to the mode designated by the selector switch, in most cases low. Now plug the power cord into the wall. Turn on the unit with the switch located on the right side. A power light will come on and you'll hear an active tone. Then the unit will run through a series of self-diagnostic tests. Now you're ready to set the power on your Conmed Hyfrecator 2000. You can adjust the low power setting in 1/10 increments in the 0 to 10 watt range in one of 2 ways, with the rotary knob or remotely with the up-down buttons on the pencil. To ensure that power levels are consistent on every unit across the power spectrum, Conmed calibrates the power settings, from the lowest 1/10 watt setting to the highest setting of 35 watts. So each time you use the system, you can be confident in the uniformity and reproducibility of your power levels across all the Hyfrecator 2000s you own. The Hyfrecator 2000 presents significant advances in precise energy delivery at low power settings. The effects it delivers at very low power settings are the most precise for a device of its type. Please keep in mind that because the Hyfrecator 2000 is so precise, it may require slight power adjustments at low power settings to optimize the clinical effect. A suggested power setting chart has been included with your Hyfrecator 2000 to assist you in achieving the very best clinical results. Now you're ready to begin. Here are some tips to help you perform procedures with the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000. Tip 1. The rule of thumb with any electrosurgical device is to use the lowest power setting necessary to achieve the desired clinical effect and to provide an effective pathway for the energy to complete its circuit to ground. The same is true with your Hyfrecator 2000. You can ensure that you deliver optimal clinical effects by starting at a low power setting and then incrementally adjusting the power until you achieve the desired clinical effect. Also, be sure to make firm contact with the patient as close to the surgical site as possible to provide optimal coupling and maximum coagulation efficiency. As an extra note of precaution, remember that patients should never contact grounded objects, such as metal rails, when the current is being applied during electrosurgical procedures. Tip 2. When you're about to use the pencil, position the electrode close to the surgical site before activating. This will minimize the distance or the electrical spark gap between the electrode and the tissue, so the patient isn't surprised by a jolt. Tip 3. If you own an older Hyfrecator and are not sure of the power setting at which to set your new Hyfrecator 2000, consult your power chart. Set the instrument to the lowest recommended power setting and test your results. If you need more power, slightly increase the level and test your results again. Remember to start low and make small incremental increases until you get the effect you want. Tip 4. To prevent patient-to-patient transfer of infectious organisms, make sure all electrosurgical electrodes are either disposable or sterilized after each use. Electrolay's disposable electrodes, which are specifically designed for the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000, provide a convenient, cost-effective way to avoid patient contamination. When finished with your procedure, turn off the unit. The last power setting is automatically saved and reactivated upon startup. For more in-depth information on performing electrosurgical procedures, you can refer to the Conmed Dermatological Procedures video supplied by your local distributor.
Once again, congratulations on your purchase of the Hyfrecator 2000. The more you use it, the more you'll appreciate the exclusive features of this high-performance electrosurgical device. Remember, Conmed offers a full line of accessories to complement your procedural capabilities. Contact your local medical distributor or call Conmed customer service at 1-800-448-6506. There is only one Hyfrecator, the Conmed Hyfrecator 2000. Accept no imitations.